folks, it's Wrestling Showdown, and yes, we are just days away from our upcoming set of live events. This coming Friday, we're going to be up and open filming matches for right here on Showdown. Then on Saturday, that's right, 6 days away, we're going to be in Edinburgh for Remedy. It's going to be an amazing event. I will recap the matches for you in a bit. And then this coming Sunday, in 1 week's time, we're going to be in Buckhaven, again filming for Showdown with all the Remedy fallout. Make sure you're at these 3 live events if you can, and come on, you really should. They are going to be fantastic. All your favourite stars will be there. So much is going to be happening. Remember, Blondie Barrett's there for all 3 events, Vortex there for all 3 events, all your favourites and more. Get your tickets from our website. But before we reach Remedy, before we reach our live events, we've got a match this week here on Wrestling Showdown. Now, as you know, we've been running our Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament. The winner will become the first ever Wrestling Showdown Champion, a title to be exclusively defended right here on Showdown. We've already seen Kevin Williams and Mike Musso advance. So, this week, somebody else will advance. But will it be Big Dave Jeremi, or will it be Dickie Divers? Both men have their sights set on Remedy. Jeremy has a singles match against the debuting in W3L Mikey ratings. And of course, Dickie Divers is challenging for the Tag Team Championship. Will this affect the contest? Both of them want momentum heading into Remedy, but there's an opportunity to advance in this tournament. Let's find out what happens as we go down to ringside for some Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament action.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest will be a singles match set for 1 fall, and there's an opening round contest in the Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament. Introducing your first participant. He is from Raccoon City and weighs in at 205 pounds. This is Dickie Divers. And his opponent from Livingston, weighing 245 pounds, Big Dave Jeremi!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you on Wrestling Showdown. We have 2 men who are no strangers to each other. Big Dave Jeremi in the green and black, and Dickie Divers in the traditional black trimmed with pink. These 2 men have met a good few times here in W3L, most notably, certainly for Big Dave Jeremi, was back in July of last year when he and Liam Thompson won the Tag Team Championship from the Contingency plan. And don't think the Divers have forgotten about that one. And we've got more championship action for the pair of them because of course this is the 3rd match in our Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament. Both Mike Musso and Kevin Williams have already advanced, and one of these men will join them in the semi-finals. Will it be Big Dave Jeremi or will it be Dickie Divers? Neither man's ever held a singles championship here in W3L, so this could be a good opportunity for the pair of them. And certainly the Contingency plan have got gold on their mind this coming Saturday at Remedy. Divers gets the challenge for the Tag Team Championship against Jason Reed and Kevin Williams. And the interesting note is, of course, if Divers gets past Big Dave Jeremi here on Showdown this week and then wins the Tag Team Championship this Saturday at Remedy, does this mean that he'd take the tag belts from Williams and then potentially face Williams in the next round of the tournament? Only time is going to tell that one, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm sure Divers isn't thinking ahead to Saturday. It's a big match for him, of course, but if he doesn't concentrate fully, doesn't take Big Dave Jeremi seriously, he's not advancing in the Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament. And Divers being his usual cautious self to start off with, just taking his sweet time, arguing with the crowd, dictating the pace. So far things haven't really gone his way, it has to be said, so he's stalling a lot, and this is just to lull Jeremy into that false sense of security. Although Dave looks quite relaxed, has to be said. And Divers, he's got that way where it can seem like he's not taking the match seriously, where he can do these really silly comical things, but you know that as Jeremy's got hold of a seat and he's just perched waiting on him. But Divers has that way where he's you know that he's thinking, he's calculating, he's waiting for the opportunity to strike. Just trying to dictate the pace, make things go his way. And it has to be said, for all he may never, as he goes right to the eye, taking the shortcut because everything else hasn't worked. And it's a reversal by Dave Jeremi. I was going to say that for all that Divers and Jeremi haven't held any singles championships in W3L, Divers is now a 4-time tag team champion. And yes, the contingency plan have the rule where any combination of them can hold the belts, but still, he's technically a 4-time tag champ. That's pretty impressive as he gets hip tossed. That was impressive. And Divers, he rolls under the ropes just so that Jeremi can't follow up any momentum Jeremi might have had, any perhaps attempts at a follow-up attack, a pinfall. Can't happen because the referee has to keep him back somewhat. Although Jeremi just ignoring that idea and comes in, and Divers, that one step ahead, snaps one of the ropes, and Jeremi had to hold on, otherwise he was going to fall over there. And Divers, well, he's wobbly, he's got his feet. Jeremi's a big man after all, outweighs Divers by a good 40 pounds, and he's got those powerful legs, and that's what caused Divers to go face first into the post. Big Dave Jeremi does a lot of power lifting, like, so he's a very solid man. Divers has the speed advantage in this match, I would say. Jeremi with the power as he flattens. Divers has really been on the back foot. Like, I've seen him dictate the pace from the very start of a match. Here, however, it's been all Big Dave Jeremi, and nothing Divers has done apart from that poke to the eye has really gained him an advantage. Jeremi with a sliding dropkick. He was last in action here on Showdown on Christmas Eve, beating Taylor Bryden, who of course the regular tag team partner of Dickie Divers. So the reason Divers wants to get past Jeremi in this tournament here this week on Showdown. Not just because there's a championship at the end of it, but he'd like to redress the balance and gain a win for the contingency plan. Jeremi throwing Divers in. And he just took a bit too long. Turned to the crowd, Divers kicked the ropes and drops him with a DDT. See, Divers goes straight for a pin though. Jeremi kicking out, was quite close to the ropes as well, I noticed. But Divers, like I said, the opportunist that he is, he saw the opening, he waited. Jeremi perhaps relaxed a little too much, turned to the crowd, asked him what he should do, and the next thing you know, Divers has kicked the middle rope into Jeremi's delicate areas, shall we say. And now Divers has got a chair. This will lead to a disqualification. The referee wisely taking it off him. You can't use that, it's not that kind of match. Hang on, roll up by Dave Jeremi. Just nets him a 2 count. And he waited, and Divers with a pair of super kicks. Dave Jeremi being kind of bluffed there. Now I realise there's an experience difference, like a good 7 years between the two of them, Divers being the more experienced man. So he now drops his leg right over the throat. The shin is on the throat of Dave Jeremi. But Jeremi being kind of suckered in there when Divers said stop. And Divers are more choking. Just decide not to bother even attempting to try and out wrestle him. And for a man of Jeremi's size, again he does a lot of powerlifting. He's a big powerful man. He needs the oxygen in his lungs. And of course if you have a large truck, let's say, and take the diesel out of the engine, it's not going to go anywhere. And that's effectively what Divers is trying to do, slow him down. And pushing the ref, that's not a good move. That could lead to disqualification. And the ref, he's not going to stand for any of this. And that's allowed Jeremi to get a couple of seconds of recovery. But Divers cuts him off. Those punches were effective. Jeremi's got a solid hand, doesn't need to swing from the fences as Divers off the cover. Every punch he hits you with is like being smacked by a kind of side of frozen meat. Thankfully I've never encountered it myself, but that's certainly what I've been told. He's got big solid hands as Dave Jeremi. And Divers throttling him again. Oh, argue with the ref. I mean, you can't be disqualified for verbal abuse, thankfully for divers. Another clothesline. And you know, as I said before, Jeremy and Liam Thompson won the tag belts from the contingency plan. Divers still unhappy about that. Would love to defeat him just purely to gain some revenge for that situation. They had, of course, defended him against him twice before. Managed to retain him through fair means of foul. And it could be a good night for the contingency plan this coming Saturday at Remedy. James Scott might once again become the heavyweight champion if he can overcome Blondie Barrett and Nathan Reynolds in the main event. Jeremy can go for a cover, decides to pick Divers up, who rakes the eyes and hits the Enziguri. Jeremy crumples there. Gained some flash of inexperience. I think maybe Jeremy's not thinking entirely clearly after being throttled and what have you by Divers. Divers seems going to give him a power bomb. That'd be impressive. Divers is strong, but Jeremy's a big lad who launches Divers across the ring. But Jeremy unable to follow up immediately. Referee applying the count. Both men just lying there. They'll take as much time as they can, I think, to try and recover, get some breath back. Divers took a nasty spill off that backdrop there. Sounds like it's Jeremy that's moving first. He does like to use the ACE as a finish. If he can slam Divers with that, it could end it. It's the clothesline. And again, pair of clotheslines. Oh, he's going for the D-bone. And almost sends Divers out the ring. He went flying with that one. Jeremy covers him. And Divers able to kick out. It's a big move as the D-bone suplex. Divers holding his head. May have smacked it on the canvas as he landed. Jeremy the more methodical pace of the two. And Divers turned the referee. Oh, and kicked him low. Don't know what he was doing to distract the ref, or even why the referee took his eye away from the match. But allowed Divers to cheat. That's the thing, Divers will happily break every rule known to man. Jeremy generally won't, so I mean, Divers will do anything it takes to win. A couple of slaps to the face. If he's not careful, I'll just revive Jeremy, that's what he's done. Oh, went to try and slam him. Oh, and almost hit the ref. Oh, and Divers did. Went for the boot, Jeremy got out the way. And there's the ACE. That's wrapped up countless matches of Big Dave Jeremi. He goes for the cover, hooks the leg, but it's academic. The referee is out cold. Divers booted him into the corner and knocked him down because he was aiming for Jeremy. Jeremy moved out the way, and of course the referee got caught with it. And the problem here is that we can't get a decision until the ref's been revived. Jeremy's not quite sure what to do, trying to wake the ref up. Divers has got that chair that he brought to ringside, and he smashes Jeremy in the side of the head and covers him. Come on, surely he's never going to kick out of this. Oh, Divers steals the victory, but regardless, he's advanced in the tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Dickie Divers.
So Divers gains momentum as he heads towards Remedy and his chance to be tag team champion.
A victory there for Dickie Divers, albeit via underhanded means. Is that a sign of things to come this coming Saturday in Edinburgh at Remedy? You're going to find out by being there, because let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, Dickie Divers and Taylor Bryan, the contingency plan, are going to get a rematch for the Tag Team Championship against Jason Reed and Kevin Williams. Will the belts change hands? We will find out this coming Saturday. Certainly Divers has momentum on his side. Regardless of that, he's moved forward in the Wrestling Showdown Championship tournament. He can potentially walk away as a double champion. And Williams, let's not forget, he's advanced the tournament as well. Potentially, not only will they meet in tag team action this coming Saturday, but they will meet in the next round of the Wrestling Showdown Championship Tournament as well. So many variables going into Remedy this coming Saturday. It's Reed and Williams defending the tag team title against the Contingency Plan. Of course, Big Dave Jeremi, he's going to be there on Saturday. He's got to take on the man making his W3L debut, the tallest wrestler in Scotland, the 7-foot tall Mikey Ratings. He is here to make an impact. He wants to stamp his authority over W3L, and he intends to steamroller over Big Dave Jeremi to do it. But saying it and doing it, two completely different things. Ratings will not find Jeremi a pushover. It will not be an easy task for him. Can he do it? We will find out on Saturday at Remedy. The fourth dimensional warrior Vortex makes his much awaited return to W3L. He's taking on Luke Aldridge, a man whose focus, whose temperament, his attitude, his outlook has all changed over the past few months here in W3L. Can he overcome the unorthodox Vortex? Or will this be Vortex's first step on challenging for some of the singles championships here in W3L? Again, it all goes down this Saturday at Remedy in Edinburgh. A match we saw made right here on Showdown. As a result of the Showdown Championship Tournament, it's Mike Musso against the tenacious Johnny Lyons in a grudge match. Lyons says he's never beaten Musso, and where better to do it than at Remedy. Musso wants to keep his streak against Lyons alive, but only one man can walk out with his hand raised. Who will leave Remedy? The victor? Musso? Lyons? You'll find it on Saturday. And of course the match everybody wants to see. It's the Resolution rematch. Blondie Barrett, the W3L Heavyweight Champion, the Rock and Roll Express, the wrestling legend, the W3L Hall of Famer, so many names, so many accolades. He faces a big task because he's facing former champions James Scott and Nathan Reynolds. When he wrestled them last back at Resolution, Blondie Barrett had the crowd on his side. Everybody thought he turned over a new leaf, but he fooled us all. And of course, as you know, he smashed Reynolds in the head with a chair and cheated to win the title. Now Scott and Reynolds know what they're up against. It's vintage Blondie Barrett, the man who wrote the book on breaking rules, and they will know what to expect. Can Scott and Reynolds overcome the odds and defeat Blondie Barrett, or indeed one of them, because the first man to score a pin wins? One of these men will walk out as the heavyweight champion. That is a quintet of matches that would make any show anywhere in the world green with envy, and it's happening in Edinburgh this coming Saturday. Do not miss it. And if you're slightly further north of Edinburgh, we're in Oban the day before, February 20th. We're filming matches for here on Showdown. Vortex will be there, Barrett will be there, Musso will be there, all your favourites. Oban was awesome last time we were there. It's going to be awesome again. Come out, see W3L live, because nothing beats seeing the World Wide Wrestling League in person. And then this coming Sunday, 1 week from today, we will be in Buckhaven. It's always great in Buckhaven, filming matches for right here on Showdown again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be all the Remedy fallout. Are we going to have new tag team champions? Will there be a new heavyweight champion? All those questions and more answered in Buckhaven in 1 week's time. Get along. You can buy tickets for all of those events by heading to our website. We are at W3LWrestling.com. Tickets available there, along with loads of other cool stuff as well. Make sure you like us on Facebook if you haven't already. Follow us on Twitter for all the up-to-the-minute news about W3L. We're on Instagram as well. Subscribe to this very channel. One button click is all it takes, and you'll be notified every time an edition of Showdown goes up, every time a video of any kind goes up. You will get to see it first. If you're talking about the show, and in light of Remedy being this weekend, why wouldn't you be? Use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. And make sure you come back in 7 days' time. We're going to be in Buckhaven. Showdown will still be happening. We're not leaving you out in the cold. What will be the fallout from Remedy? What will have happened the day before? You are going to find out right here on Wrestling Showdown. Join me then. Join me in Buckhaven. Join me in Oban. Join me in Edinburgh. Come along, see us, support W3L, and then come back in 7 days' time for more awesome Wrestling Showdown.